What's going on, guys? Before we get into this episode, I gotta send a quick shout out to our sponsor, Anchor. Anchor is a free to use website that makes it super easy to create your own podcast. You can record and edit your podcast on the website, or you can drag your own audio in with a click of a button. After that, Anchor distributes your podcast for you to apps such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. Guys, if you want to start your own podcast, there's honestly no better or easier way to do so than with Anchor. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. With all that said, let's get back to it. All right, what's going on, all you pinball wizards out there? Welcome and thank you for listening to the Bring Your Own Boys podcast.
What episode are we on?
We're like episode 7, yeah.
7, damn.
Yeah.
Welcome and thank you to listening to the podcast. For this episode, we just got the 3 local legends out here.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right.
Good job, man.
Let's go. Give me some.
Yeah.
I high-five myself, by the way. Social distancing.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this episode, we're not gonna have a guest. It's just gonna be us 3 local legends. We're gonna talk about
Just chilling,
just chilling on the hot tub.
So you guys play any good games recently?
Yo, okay. This is kind of like it's not a pro gamer move, but I've been playing. You know the Telltale Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been playing that. I played that all the way through, like a couple weeks ago, and now I've just been playing through the final season. Like, I'm trying to get through all the endings.
Wow.
Is that the one where the one dude turns into the zombie and he's like handcuffed to the thing? And the
That's the first season, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that one was good.
I love it. It's because it's just like it's kind of like an interactive film, so it's not really a game.
Yeah, it's not like
per se.
skill based, but it's like a movie that you could toy with.
Oh my god, I've never cried so much in my life.
Wow.
Dude,
What are you talking
I heard it was sad. No, for real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those Telltale games can get sad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've only played I think I played the Wolf Among Us. I played that one. That one was okay. I played episodes 1 through 5 of the Game of Thrones one. I didn't play episode 6 because I don't know why. And then I don't know. I played some other ones too.
That's cool.
I've heard a lot of things about Game of Thrones. Never seen a single episode, but I heard like it was the type of show where like, you know how the main character's in trouble and somebody swoops in and saves them? Like
Yeah.
somebody told me that doesn't happen. Like they just kill people off.
Yeah.
Which is, like,
And
really
also, like, with the nudity I heard on it, like, they don't spare anything. Like, brother and sister will
Pee
go
and
full
vagine.
naked. Yeah.
Pee and vagine.
Pee in the vagina.
Good old
Some super bad language for you.
Yo, speaking of crying in video games, like, a couple weeks ago, I got into Hollow Knight, and, like,
Hollow Knight?
yeah, it's like an indie platformer. It's like the best of the best.
Is it where
I
you
guess for that one.
go? Isn't it where you go up?
Well, it's like Super Mario Bros. In a way. Like that was the first platformer, but it's like a more atmospheric one.
Okay.
And this one's just known for being hard as hell.
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of different endings you could do, and like it can be super grindy at times. And also like it takes a couple tries to get each boss because the bosses are hard and you have to learn the movement.
I've always wanted to get into 2D platformers. Like, I don't know, cause like
mean-
Gunvolt, Celeste, what's it called, Mega Man. I've always wanted to get into stuff like that, but I never could. I don't
I
know.
mean, do you have a computer with Steam on it?
Nope. Well, okay, I have a laptop that I've used Steam for one game, and that takes up like a lot of it. I don't think I can do PC gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
think,
talked
You
about
have to
that.
have the right laptop for it.
yeah, man. I think the only 2D game that like I've played like a lot and liked was Smash Bros. Like I've played like Super Mario and all that, but
It's like 2.5, I would say.
yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Like I've learned to appreciate the more not open world, but the more like open, like you can do a lot of different stuff. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean. So like
Like the sandbox ones.
yeah, but I wish I was more like you guys. Where like I was into more. I mean, I like some grindy games, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like a casual. Like it needs to be easy. Like the Halo and shit like that. Like they give you your objective. Like when you're on easy mode, it's fucking easy.
Yeah,
Like you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like the grindy shit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
See, one game like that they got right was the Division 2 because it like takes the shortcomings of the Division 1 where it feels really grindy and just like perfects that in a way. Like the enemies feel natural. Like so you won't be shooting a guy in the head for 1 minute and
Oh, I
then you
got
take
you.
him a while to fall.
Yeah, that was a game that I think I was kind of turned off by it just because
Yeah.
the Division had a stigma around it. Like, I was actually excited for the Division, and then I saw the reviews, and then I was like, nah.
Yeah, and I got it for free like a year later, so I'm like, ha. and I played it. It
That
was
makes
good.
sense.
That's got to be the worst. You make a sequel that's 1,000 times better, actually can live up to the hype, but by that time nobody's into it, or not nobody.
A lot
but,
of
like,
people were into the second one.
Well, yeah. When I say nobody, I guess I mean none of like the main.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not
See, it's
mainstream.
the same
Yeah.
thing that happened with Watch Dogs, because like the second game had
Yeah, I
none of
heard
the
that,
flaws
too.
of that, and like I played the second one, and the second one was really fun.
Yeah, I think one of my friends played that too, and it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, The Crew? I think that's another one.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, racing games, you can't really go down.
Nah.
I don't
Yeah.
think. This is just racing game.
Yeah, it's getting a little too boring.
But this time you can fly. You can like go off the track and like it's like you ever played Skate 3? It's so simple, but
Yes.
it's so fun. I love it. You can just skate around and fall down the stairs and shit.
Yeah, it's literally just like a freaking. It's a sandbox where you just
Yeah.
Skate around.
like, doing ollies and shit.
That's so funny.
I've always wanted to play like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I've never played those.
You
Honestly,
have to be a
dude.
special type of person to do that.
You ever played Sleeping Dogs?
Yes,
It's the
I
kung
have.
fu game, dude. It's actually like, it's so fun.
That's so underrated and so sick. I think I got
Yeah.
it for free like 5 or 7 years after it came out.
Yeah, dude.
But oh my god.
If you never played it, I recommend it. It's kind of like, yeah, you can free roam and like, but like you can hijack cars like while you're driving. But like, I don't know the kung fu and everything about it. Like, it's just such a great game.
It's like
It's old.
GTA, but like its own thing.
But it's Hong Kong and it's Chinese and yeah.
It's good.
But
Oh,
yeah,
damn, what was the other one? I was thinking of one. Okay, what were we just talking about?
we're talking about
Games?
sleeping dogs and
Yeah.
games and all that.
Sleeping. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so there's this one, this YouTuber named Nick Robinson. He did a video on it, and it was like, it was taken off Steam at one point, and like you couldn't
Wow.
get it ever.
Take it
Like-
off Steam. That takes something.
Yeah, and like this guy, the YouTuber, he was researching how to get this game. It's called Driver San Francisco, and he found this one website where you could pay for it using a Subway gift card.
It's so sketchy.
So he went to Subway, got a Subway gift card, and then tried to pay for it with a Subway.
Did he get it?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's like when your
imagine.
grandpa gets the call and like it's somebody impersonating you saying, "Hey, my lawyer, he needs to be paid in Target gift cards, only Target gift cards. So just go up there, buy $100 Target gift cards, and bring them to here."
At least he'll be eating good though for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. But yeah, he
grandpa
eventually
almost
got it
did
like
that.
put back on Steam, I think, and it was like one of the most like downloaded games for a couple days. But like, it's this game where like you're a driver, obviously, or like you're an undercover cop. But like, it's apparently really cool or something. Like, there's this one episode, or there's this one mission where you're in the car, like it's like GTA style where you're at the car, but it's third person, and you're chasing someone else, but like your conscience is actually in the other person who's driving. So technically, you're driving the person that is being chased by you. It's like a second person perspective where like you're getting chased by yourself. I don't know. It's
What
just
is
So,
the
so,
second-
so you're playing as an enemy chasing the protagonist.
technically.
So
I don't
what's
know.
second person again? Because first person's you. Third person's like
No, no,
someone
no.
like.
First person is me. Like
Yeah,
me,
so
I.
first person is like when you change it on GTA.
Well,
so
what,
it's
when
like
I meant
see it
you,
through
I
your
meant
eyes.
like if we're talking in games, like you're the main player, like you.
Yeah,
playing
like
the
it's
game.
your eyes.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I meant.
second person is playing as another character. So third person is like the bird's eye view where you're following the protagonist and you can see their actions from a distance.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah.
person is when you be like another person around it. It's like second
Yeah.
person books. Like
Second person.
second
is
person is super rare.
So it's somebody themselves telling a story about somebody else. Like that's second.
telling a story about you.
Yeah,
So it's like
it's you telling
you
a
are doing
perspective from the other one. So it's like if some guy hooked up with a girl and he's like, yeah, and you try telling it from the girl's perspective, that would be second person. Like, so it'd be his story, but from somebody else's perspective.
Yeah, that's
It's
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. I've never read one of those books. I've always wanted to though.
I think we had to read like part of one in class. The teacher could just show us how weird it was.
Yeah, man. But yeah. Also, I heard our graduation thing, our walkout, our clap outs, the 26th. Did you like hear about that?
Yeah, it's like drive through.
Yeah, like what
honk
the fuck?
Out.
Yeah, I drive through honk out, but I'm like,
Oh, those things.
Hey, I mean, school ends on the
Stupid.
8th. So like,
yeah, I'm
fine
waiting for that.
with it.
Yeah.
And then like that's basically summer starting a whole month earlier, or the better part of June.
Oh, yeah, you guys technically get that. My class graduated on like the 29th. Or no, our graduation was on the 30th of June.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So you guys get it like a month earlier.
Yeah,
Damn.
like we get 22 days on you guys.
Bruh.
That's good for you.
Wait, your last day of classes or your graduation?
No, like, okay, so I think it was something about the Regents exams that like skewed everything up. And like our last Regents exam was like late 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had to like coincide our graduation with Dunkirk on like a Saturday or something. So that's why I got pushed so far back.
So
Okay.
4 days?
And this time we don't even have regents.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, wait, what's going on with that?
They're just flat out canceled. They're not doing them at home like the AP exam. And honestly,
Yeah.
like I think the AP exams at home, like that was one of the best things that could have ever happened.
Well, the
'Cause-
problem is though that like, because they compare your test to other peers. So yeah, you
No,
might-
not for these ones. It's a selective flat one, so not doing a curve grade. Like it's preset before. So it's not by the percentile. Like 5% will get a 5. It's not like that this year.
Oh my god.
And I would say 3 out of the 4 ones I took like were good exams that I felt confident on.
Dude, that's... Man, y'all got it easy.
Yeah,
No offense.
Good thing we're not in New York City, or else we would be screwed.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, I was just saying New York City because they have like mass burials and shit there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like watching your neighbors getting trucked out in like a hospital stretcher with a blanket over their head must be kind of traumatizing or something.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before this?
Talking about
Games.
graduation.
Oh, before that.
Oh,
Games.
The
games, yeah.
games. Damn.
Big game.
Yo,
boys.
games.
like I finally got the Epic Games thing, like, cause they just threw discounts at me.
What is that?
So it's like, you know, the people that made Fortnite and Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
So like, cause they don't want to pay Steam money, so they just made their own games platform. And supposedly, like, it's more friendly to game designers, cause like game designers get 75% of their profit on Steam, but they get 80% with Epic Games. And also, like, Epic Games has Unreal and stuff. But in this one, they just gave out GTA 5 for free and advertised it, so that got me to get it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then they also got like they just gave out like $15 game, $5, and this is with add-ons, and like they got tons of stuff on there. So like they got basically all of Ubisoft, most indie games, and then there's some exclusives. So Metro Exodus, like that, like came out a couple months ago.
Yeah.
$10.
Bruh.
Yeah.
My brain's exploding. Boys.
And then like they still give out free games every Thursday. So and these are good games. Like they gave out Sid Meier's Civilization 6. So that's like a
I heard
$60
about
game
that.
that came out there. Like in my opinion, it's not as good as
Yeah.
5 or After Earth.
It's like Civ 6.
Yeah, but it's still a $60 game for free.
That's... I've
Like-
always wanted to play Civ 6. Or
Yeah.
just a Civ game.
Well, download Epic Games and then download that for free.
Because I don't have a PC.
You have a laptop.
I have a laptop.
Well, you can play it on a laptop. It doesn't require a bunch of RAM. It doesn't require a graphics card. It's Civ. You can play it on a toaster oven and be good.
Just play it on your local toaster oven.
Yeah, I know
Yo.
like playing on laptops and all that and PC is like way better. Like the stuff you can do, but like just getting used to like I don't know.
It takes a little while to get used to. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But also, like something people don't recognize is that computers have Bluetooth, so you just pair your controller to your computer and you can use it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
I was just go right now. I was just gonna say, what's the one indie game where it's like Minecraft, but it's like zombies and shit, and you shoot dragons and shit?
Roblox?
No, it's like Fortress Zcraft or some shit.
It's like something.
Yeah,
Miners-
it's Minor Z.
Total Miner?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's Minor Z or something.
Castle Miner Z or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Dude,
that's
oh
it.
my god, something about that. I don't know.
That actually
I
sounds
don't know. Castle, like, when I saw it, it didn't look as good. It reminded me of, like, modern Minecraft. But even then, modern Minecraft, I would say, is better.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I'm into like the darker type shit. Like, I'm just into like dark shit, like movies, TV shows, games.
Grim
Like,
Dark?
huh?
Like, grim dark stuff?
Yeah. I think grim's a good word. Grim
Yeah.
and dark, like that's when we were talking about like, okay, I mentioned the movie The Witch on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a horror movie, but it's not like the cheap jump scare horror movies. But it's like, what? Are you okay?
I was just yawning.
This looks fucking weird, dude. You're like,
Dude, you look like you're having a stroke.
Aneurysm?
yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're gonna release this footage.
I mean, on Steam, like, there's a bunch of grim dark games like that. Like, Ruiner, like, that's a good one. So it's like, I don't know, you're a cyborg and your body was hacked, and
Yeah.
like your brother's being took in some VR like mind control thing. So you're going through killing like bad guys in the underworld. So it's just like cyborgs that are like, I guess, brainwashed in like people in a way, and you're just like battling your way, and it's like heaven and hell sort of. Like the heaven, like the rich upper places that those people live, and then hell is like the down, like the furnace and the farming, like I guess the industrial parts of it. So, like you just have to fight through that, and I mean it's a pretty good game. Like in, there's a bunch of like tech stuff to like slow down time and like melee weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's Ruiner, like definitely worth the buy on Steam.
Yeah.
It's super grim dark.
Are you big on the like Resident Evil and Silent Hills type stuff?
I haven't played them only because, like, I don't know, maybe they're just not games that I'm just like that into. I think I played a demo of one of them, but like, this isn't really. Well, I guess Dead Space. You could kind of like the Dead
Oh.
Space games.
Oh, one good one is Outlast 1 and 2.
I've heard of that. I heard that was
yeah,
really good.
That
Yeah.
game is scary as hell. Like I just gave up halfway through.
Isn't there a VR for that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Or is it VR period, or like, is there just a VR version of it?
There is a VR version of it.
Oh, yeah, but
Hey yo, so I don't know why I was thinking about this. Like we were talking about something a little before, and I was just thinking about it. It's another would you rather. So would you rather, or it's not really would you rather. Oh yeah, I'll take you through the situation.
All right.
So it's like you were talking about like the show Upload before we started recording.
Upload into a computer when you die.
Yeah. So you can have your contents uploaded into a computer when you die, but the consequence is the government knows everything that you ever thought of.
Well,
So-
I mean, you're dead, so it doesn't really matter. And
No,
then-
but like while you're living.
Oh, while you're living? Oh,
Yeah.
then definitely no.
But like you have a certain afterlife though.
Yeah, a certain afterlife. But that's not you. That's a code that thinks it's you. It thinks and feels like it's you, but this meat-lock computer of me, like, that's just a replica.
Well, I mean, your brain is basically the same thing as like a flash drive of memory.
Yeah. But, like, what you feel ends, and that's something else. It might be exactly the same as you, but it's still something else.
Yeah, but you're living on.
Yeah, but that's still something else. That's like something that's exactly like you, in a way. It's like teleportation. Like, realistically, teleportation would kill you, and then it would replace you someplace else. I mean, that thing it's replacing you with is an exact copy, but it's still a replacement.
Oh man, that gets into a whole nother like kind of argument, man. That's like replication and all that.
Yeah, but
I'm just
it's
saying-
like that into a digital one.
But I'm just saying, like, do you want the government? If you want a certain afterlife, would you take the risk of having the government know everything that you ever
Yeah,
thought?
and like, it's really like what the government's gonna do with that, because the government might be like, okay, this guy's weird, let's just mess with him. Or like if the government is looking for like terrorists, they're like, okay, this guy is sympathetic to like, I don't know, foreign nationals or something. So
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
But okay, I guess my one thing, if the government did that with every person in America, so I was one of 300 million people, then it wouldn't be as bad. Cause like,
Well, it's a choice. Like, some people may not, some people may.
okay,
So it's probably still gonna be like a lot of people, but
yeah. But I feel like anybody with anything to hide wouldn't.
yeah. I
And
guess.
I mean, that's just digitally. Like, if something went bad, like if there was a solar flare, like something from like a sci-fi movie that wiped out all the electronics, you'd be dead.
That's true. That is true.
Like, and really, I think the only like instance in which I would upload myself to a computer is if like I had a job that was like irreplaceable, like, and I was like managing something, and like it needed my conscious to live for eternity to manage it. Then I would do it.
Oh no. Oh, you're saying like your conscience and like the place that you are in society lives on in that new.
Yeah, as code. Like I will only upload myself to code is if it could be useful to other people.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. Yeah, I don't think I could live with a restriction of just knowing that the government knows everything that I know.
Yeah, because then you'd be like second guessing anything.
Yeah, and
Like I guess if it was forced upon everybody, like then maybe I would go with it for that scenario. But like if
I
it
would
was,
riot.
yeah, well if it was just me in a way, like then I wouldn't go with it. Because I feel like if the government knew what everybody else was thinking, then maybe them knowing me wouldn't be as big as a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Well, because they're gonna basically the crime, like the government knows everybody's thoughts, and the crime rate is gonna be reduced to zero because nobody will think of anything that would be illegal. Then that's also like some
Wait,
1984
now you're
shit.
just talking about Minority Report.
Yeah, basically.
What would be the point though? Like if I can't walk around and do stuff and actually see
Well,
people.
no, in the code, you'd be in a virtual world, so like your code would be perceiving that it's walking around, so you'd have the sensory input of doing anything you wanted to.
So really, I'd feel like how I am right now, but in a
Yeah,
virtual world.
you'd be able to feel everything.
Oh, dude, freaking bet I would do that. Dude, what do I know that's gonna fuck with the government? Like, they're gonna go, okay, this dude pissed on a chicken when he was 8 years old. Fuck, dude. Should we delete his code? Should we just delete him, Lamau? Or I mean, they're not gonna care what I think. So, me personally. But
No, you got a point there. You got a point there. Every time I get a voice crack.
Yeah, and
I'm
then you could be like,
I get a voice crack. But go on.
plus there'll be like infinite pleasure and shit. Like it's basically anything you want.
bet I could be like, we'll just go flying around and just start freaking.
Or unless EA controlled it, where it'd be like, all right, to look out the window, 99 cents upgrade.
Just microtransactions left and right.
Could I literally make it
Because
whatever
that's
I
what the
want?
show upload on Amazon. Like that was the main thing going for it. Was like making fun of the pay to win stuff in a way.
And you don't
where it's
got
like,
it.
all right. Well, it's like for the uploaded people, like they would have to pay for their tabs. So like this stuff for the afterlife for your code. I guess people that died, like you would have to pay for their food, even though they're dead and they're just perceiving it.
That's fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you die in
then-
the virtual world?
Well, if they delete you, like you could go and do a data torrent, and, like kill yourself, or like you could get uploaded and put into other virtual worlds, and while you're being transported, if the computer you're on gets destroyed, then you would die.
Can they put my code into like freaking Lego Star Wars?
Yo!
Yeah, probably.
You just be like,
Probably. Dude, I fucking love that, dude.
Lego Star Wars. I know I'm transitioning, but fuck it. Lego Star
Yeah.
Wars, man.
Let's talk about Lego.
Dude, those Lego games, like all the Lego games, I would say in general, those are iconic.
Oh my, yeah.
But like Lego Star Wars was like the peak.
That was the first real big Lego game, and that's honestly the only one I've ever played.
You haven't
I mean,
played-
I've
the one
played
that
Indiana
broke
Jones.
What about
Yeah.
Lego Batman? I like that shit.
I would say I think Clone Wars is my favorite Lego Star Wars.
That one's good. You can like control your armies and shit like
Yeah, and you could like plan buildings and shit.
that. Yeah, dude.
Like it's like a third-person shooter, and I guess
Like a strategy RPG.
It's
Yeah,
actually
like
so good.
Jeez,
yeah,
that actually
like
sounds.
a real-time strategy game. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been able to get like, cause I think it's like Valkyrie Chronicles and Fire Emblem, like where it's like you control an army and you have to like position where they are on the
Yeah.
grid. I've never been able
Oh,
to get
the ones in
into
the
that.
grid, those ones are annoying. See, I like the ones where it's like a dynamic cover system, so it's like, or you could just bring them wherever. So, Planetary Annihilation, like that one's pretty good, and the Dawn War games are also good for that. Yeah, that's kind of
How's
how you
Lego
depth.
Star Wars? How's the Clone Wars one?
Well, I guess the Clone Wars one's like that, but it's like simpler for kids. So it's like
Okay.
you take control points and then you capture them by destroying the other buildings, and you can make like troops. It could be like a droid factory in there, and you just command the droids where to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
dude.
you could like get like special troops, and you could get like tanks, and then you could get like the ATTs, and then you could like pilot them and like blow stuff up, and then you build like shield generators to protect other buildings.
That's so
Dude,
sick.
and there's this
The
fucking
HQ.
mission. I forgot about that part too, but like there's this mission. It's the rookie mission where it's just the rookie clones and like the
Oh,
brown
yeah, yeah.
the brown droids come to attack. And in the one part, like if you do a
Wow.
co-op, like
Brown droids.
brown, I don't know.
Commander droids.
Commander
goddammit.
droids. Sorry.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, so you're co-op with somebody, right? And it's split screen, and like one person, like you gotta like figure this shit out, like do the shit in the base or whatever, and then the other screen is like the guy with the Gatling gun who's just mowing down the droids. Like, so you can literally be that dude and just be mowing people down for like 5 minutes. I don't know, like I forgot what you were talking. The whole like using shields and shit. I forgot about all that, but it's actually
those
so
are like
good.
the planetary battles, and like you could battle people on it, so it could be like solo, I guess, multiplayer against each other for it.
Jeez.
They come out with a sequel to that game.
What do you mean?
No, not the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but well, think about it. They've had like that didn't cover the whole series, so I didn't know.
Yeah, because it came out midway through the series.
Yeah, so I figured they'd do a sequel. Or
Yeah, they should. That'd be lit.
I was wondering because you guys have heard of the Skywalker saga one, right?
With Rogue One. Yeah, I've seen.
Well, like I think they're releasing like 1 through 9.
Huh? No, I haven't seen the 1 through 9 one.
I'll look that up real quick. I'll keep like.
Yeah, 'cause I know they made a new one with the other 3 movies, but I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
it's
like
like
two
all
of
9 of them, and I'm not sure if like Rogue One and the Clone Wars are in that too.
I feel like they would. I feel like Rogue One would be in it, and so would Solo. That's like
Dude,
their own thing. That'd be lit.
Dude, honestly, Rogue One's the only one I like out of all the new ones. Like, I don't
Yeah, I
like.
get that.
Like, Force Awakens was all right. Like the final, like the last battle scene where like Kylo Ren and them they're like out in the woods and shit. I'm like, okay, this is all right. Like, it's pretty good. And then without picking up a lightsaber at all in her fucking life, picks it up and uses it better than like half the freaking dudes they use.
Who?
Ray. She just picks it up and she's like, boom, 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 then beats Kylo Ren. I'm like,
Yeah,
how the
that
fuck?
was fun.
Well,
Yeah.
she used the lightsaber. Well, I guess the thing was that she had like a staff that she used her entire life.
I know, but
So
it's-
she was already
using the
sufficient
Force and
in
shit,
that.
right?
Yeah, she literally used the Force for the first time to gravitate the lightsaber towards her, stronger than Kylo Ren.
Yeah, and like people can say all they want, like, oh, she's the chosen one. Dude, Anakin Skywalker was training
Yeah.
for years
Okay.
on that
Well,
shit.
Anakin Skywalker was the chosen one because he kind of like yeeted I guess Palpatine down.
Count
the thing.
Dooku, and he was like,
Wait, what?
Count Dooku. Oh,
Well, he also did kill Count Dooku
Yeah.
too.
He did.
I know,
No,
but
no,
that's what I'm
Anakin
saying.
did.
Like, he
Yeah.
was the chosen one, but he trained
Oh,
for
yeah.
years. You know what I mean? And she was just like,
Yeah.
he was
Like where the originals they took place between like what 15 years or something,
Something like that.
and then the new one just takes place within like a year.
Basically.
Like, oh man.
Well, I guess it comes down to the lightsaber wanted to be with her because that was Luke's original lightsaber that kind of got yeeted off of like Cloud City. It's like, all right, she's a good guy. Let's go to her. And actually, that's Anakin's original lightsaber that she had,
bruh.
Yeah.
all the way back from the
No,
first
in the-
one.
No, wait. I think in like the book that has like all the information on Star Wars is now considered Rey's lightsaber.
Yeah. Now it is.
You got an enthusiast over here. He's got the book.
No, I don't have the book. I follow this one dude. It's
So,
like
so you know a guy.
Star Wars theory.
He knows a guy. He follows the dude. who reads
I know a guy who knows the Star Wars saga.
You live by the book.
I'll pay you top dollar for top information on the top franchise of the top world.
Boiled
Wild. I don't know dialects and all that.
dialects. I feel
Something
you.
I don't know the dialects.
That was probably like a New York City Italian accent or some stuff.
Probably something like that. Cause like the Italians say stuff like slightly more skewed than Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just the New York City skew. So there's like the white boy,
Yeah.
like New York City one that like I've seen, and then there's like the Italian, and then there's like I guess kind of a Jewish accent sort of for it.
Oh, the
I like that.
like the
Yeah.
like the mama's boy who like talk who he over exaggerates a lot.
Yeah, that.
All right.
All right.
Ma, I want my peas.
Man.
Hey man.
I don't know.
Peas.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I Lois. I mean, it's a Rhode Island accent. I don't know.
It's the same thing.
Hey, Peter. What are you hiding?
Just watch Goodfellas if you want to learn how.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Dude, freaking Joe Pesci's like, oh, what the fuck do you think I am? What the fuck do you want? He's like, I can't do it as high pitched. There's this freaking dude. Oh my god, he does like the Dennis Rodman and like Scottie Pippen impression like perfect. He does
It's like Kellyano or something.
it's like it's like something. I think his name's Al or something. I don't know. It's just the Instagram name, so I'm not even sure. But
No, I think is it like an old white dude?
he's not really old. He's probably about like 40 maybe.
I think.
But he's kind of fat and he's like Irish.
Yeah.
Fat Irish
But
guy.
you just keep talking. I'll just look into it.
Chris, you know any accents?
See, I'm just bad with my voice, so.
No, that's true. Like you've got such a distinct voice, voice that you just can't go anywhere else with it.
Exactly. It's like I'm backed into a corner, but like that corner has Down syndrome.
But you trying to do a British accent? Like I really want to see that.
I
No.
can't really. I can't do
I'm
it.
not even. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, I can't even
I
try.
don't know if I want.
Yeah, because
I got silly vocal cords.
he's called M City.
To me Call of Duty, what are you doing? I got my headset ready, controller ready to go, and I turn on the fucking PS4 and look what happens.
That's just Joe Pesci
A
accent.
fucking update for Warzone. What the fuck is
I had to go through that too. It's like 21 gigabytes. Fuck you.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I heard there was there was a really big thing for Warzone.
This is Scotty Pippen. Where's the? Oh my god.
this-
Where's
this Scott.
This is the Dennis Rodman one. Dude, it's so good. If you listen to how he sounds right now, like Dennis Rodman, like it's perfect. And then what's this one?
I knew that clip was gonna go viral.
Look at his face though. He's just a fat Irish dude. But he does everything. And this Conor McGregor one is perfect. I can't find it. I don't know.
I'd like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh my god, I gotta look
I
it
think
up.
like the only compliment I've gotten on my voice is one kid said I sound like a Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah,
He does it a lot
that's
better, but
McGregor.
he's Irish to begin with, so he can just do that good. But like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Chris. I think you do sound like
The
a
Minecraft YouTuber.
Steppy long nose here. Hey, I am good at Minecraft. I won survival games.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's more. That'll get you farther in life than any accent.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Ability to win survival games. in
Put that on your
Minecraft.
freaking resume, dude.
Bet.
I beat Minecraft. That's why. I
Yeah,
think I'm
so you're applying to work at McDonald's and it says you beat survival games at Minecraft? Sir, I don't think we can hire you. You clearly belong somewhere else. Like, you are above our required skill set.
Yeah.
Like, go
We
cure
can't pay you
cancer.
enough.
Yeah, we can't compensate you for your skill, sir.
We're gonna have you get at least one just physical illness that makes you less valuable.
Yeah, you will need to get into a car accident and lower your IQ by 20 points for us to be able to hire you.
By
And
the
at
way,
that
do not
point-
touch this. This is going in the bag if you
Oh,
want.
don't
AIDS.
worry. We're never gonna. I wanted to touch it.
You make it sound like you cummed on it or something.
Don't touch this. I just got done using it.
Oh, God.
And he's over here like, it's not even like, I wanted to grab something. It's like, I actually kind of wanted to touch it like that specifically.
Like, come on, dude.
Dude,
It was right
do
there.
it?
What?
Why the hell do you have to come on that, man?
Bro, I don't know. Ski.
You just get the.
Sometimes I feel, I just get that feeling. You know when you're with your mom and, oh wait, hold on. Nani? Oh, you didn't teach me Japanese. I forgot. How do you
my
say
God.
fuck in Japanese? You knew I was gonna ask that first. How do you say fuck?
All right, that's just a literal American translation. So that's just fuku.
Fuku.
Yeah, it's just the fo or fu and then ku. Fuku. Or foku. Or yeah, it's fuku.
How do I say?
It's like Ramu Ranch, you'd be like Ramu Rans.
How do I say you're a bitch in Japanese?
I can say it in Spanish. Tu una puta.
Tu una puta?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. I probably know more Spanish than Japanese. I'm gonna be totally honest. I took Spanish 3 years in a row, so I have like Me llamo Kevin down. I have Puedo ir al baño.
Yeah, you got that.
I know that by heart.
I could like understand some rudimentary Spanish, but just use Google Translate. Like honestly, when you're talking with an actual foreign person, just type what you want to say into Google Translate, and you click on Spanish and show back. Like that is 10 times faster than making them repeat themselves 20 times over, or
Probably.
you repeating that.
But you don't get the authenticity of speaking the language to the foreigners.
Well, you can press the button and make it say it in their language so they can listen to it.
I remember 2 words from taking 3 years of French. Nettoyer, which means garage, and poisson, which means fish. That's the only 2 words I remember. Besides the obvious oui and bonjour shit.
then,
They
like,
don't say
croissant.
oui, they only say oui once, for your information.
Whoa. I'm getting a French lesson, dude.
Yeah,
Damn.
poisson
Screw
means
Japanese lessons.
poisson means fish, and then freaking nettoyer means garage. So
Wait,
you find a fish in a
I
garage.
think I know more French than you.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, je ne sais quoi, oui, oui, débonné. Oh yeah, and isn't vert? Isn't there just a bunch of like
Vert.
different versions of vert?
Vert
that mean a
means
bunch of-
green. I think vert means green. That's one of the ways. I think
Yeah,
that's one of the
verde
things.
means like verde in Spanish is green.
Yeah, and they're pretty similar. So ver or whatever means fucking green.
But like, isn't it in French like a bunch of different words mean the same, or a bunch of like one word means a bunch of different things?
It can, yeah. Some words. I don't think like there's probably a lot, but like from the ones that I remember, like I'm trying
Yo,
to
other
think.
languages are gross. Honestly, everybody should just speak English. Like that's the language we code in. That's the language of like the stock market. Like
It is.
English is the most valuable language. Like some people say Chinese because there's like Chinese billionaires and shit, but English is better. Like all the foreigner people I know, like English is the hot language. Like I was talking to like some Russian the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, how is my English?" Like everybody wants to know how their English is because English is the best.
Yeah, dude. It's
I
fun.
mean, like we're missing some other fancy stuff that other languages got, but like our language is easy as hell to speak. Like anybody could speak English and like it's understandable. Like in Spanish, you gotta like speak quick and like roll your R's and shit. But in English,
yeah.
like you just sound bass.
Sure, yeah,
It's like a
pretty
lot
much.
simpler.
Yeah. Damn it, I can't find it. There was this one presidential candidate, and on one of the things on his resume where it was like the things that you want to know about him. One of them was like he was able to speak this language that was considered like the international official language. I don't even know what it was. It was just this dude can speak like Tamilanese or something.
Tamilanese.
I don't know. It was just I was just thinking like, what if the world just had one language?
Yeah, like I feel like they should do that, and or I feel like what they should do for the entire world is not one language, but like one alphabet.
They
So,
should
like,
do that in the
one,
sequel.
Yeah,
Make
like
a
one
sequel.
really easy, like symbolic one where like it'd be like in glyphs, so like you'd be able to look at it and read in a
Yeah.
way. So, like, like I guess,
When
But-
Earth 2 comes out, we gotta have just one language for everybody. right?
yeah, one
We
world
be-
language.
We just write Genesis all over again.
God damn.
And then also, like, another thing about English is, like, if you're gonna use Morse code converts into English. It doesn't convert into other languages. And, like, for mariners, for, like, a bunch of, I guess, trades around the world use Morse code. Like, boats, flashlights with that.
No, don't boats use like flags?
Well, flags.
Or no, I think that's military boats.
No, that's regular boats use that.
I think that's probably helpful.
But now they just use radio. But
What would be the most random language for somebody to know? Do you think? Like if they came up
probably,
to you,
like, some Arabini, like, some
Some African
Aborigine.
language.
but like a specific one.
I think a specific
Oh,
one.
what's the one in Africa that like
Congolese.
it's I think it starts with a T. Damn it, what? I know because Swahili.
Swahili. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's the one where like almost everybody in Africa knows it. But like that's like for one of us to know that, like
That'd be weird.
that would be weird.
For me, it'd be like Laotian. Like, you know,
Laotian?
Laos, it's a Chinese
Oh,
country.
Laos,
Or not,
yeah.
not a Chinese, I'm sorry, it's an Asian, not a Chinese country, it's an Asian country.
It's actually an American territory.
Is it
pretty
really?
much? I think it is, yeah.
Laos?
Like that and Guam and Samoa.
They're like all the way over there. What are they doing?
Dude, we need it so we can launch bombs at the yellow people, Mac. Come on.
I only knew that from Call of Duty
Dude,
Black
how do you
Ops.
not know your imperialism?
Dude, I only know what Laos is from Call of Duty Black Ops. I had a freaking China Lake and I was blowing up Laotian dudes. I was like, this is lit.
Dude, this is lit. Like, is like a grenade and then is a little bullet.
What was the episode from? It was I don't know if it was like Amazing World of Gumball
Yeah,
or
I think
Adventure
it's
Time.
Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah, they changed the sounds for stuff, so when a ball drops, it's like a fart noise and shit. I don't know, or it was like a
Is that
when the
funny?
ball drops. It is funny because it's so much random shit. It was like they made a bunch of weird noises for shit.
That reminds me of the cursed Minecraft videos where like all textures and like sounds are randomized.
Jesus.
Oh god, that's gotta be bad.
So like if you jump into I guess water, there's like a 50% chance it's lava or something.
Oh
Jesus,
Jesus,
Those
that's
ones are
bad.
randomized.
That sucks. That's fun. Sounds fun, but
That sucks. That sounds fun.
That would be so
Yeah.
cursed in a way.
Oh,
be lit.
Like, cause you're just walking down and all the blocks are just random.
yeah, so you might just randomly go into one that just breaks under or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Matt, you look like you're in thought.
Not really. Just
You
chilling.
got a good
Yeah.
thought face. You're like,
I don't know. Like there's days I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, and they can't see my face. They have no idea what we're talking about. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt just sits and stares at a blank wall for an hour. That exact face.
yeah, I don't know. I think a lot. You know.
Think a lot.
I think a lot.
I think a lot,
about
you
the
know.
life that I'm not living at this moment.
Yeah. The worst part about
Damn
Steve,
virus.
huh?
Because of this damn virus.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Cause I heard like for like my one cousin and like I'm assuming for all of us too. Like the college start's gonna be pushed back. So like for my one cousin, it's in like October that it
Oh, yeah.
starts.
Damn.
So like I don't know if it's like that. Probably for the I don't know. Maybe it depends on the school, but
Are you
Damn,
talking about
you
Andrew?
yeah,
Yeah, he's on me.
yeah.
had one long ass summer vacation then.
But here's the thing. That sounds cool, but we're in phase 1 right now. So like yeah, we gotta go up like freaking 2 phases before I can actually be like suicide. You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying?
Not like I meant like suicide, D. Not like
Not clapping
like-
cheeks in college. 'cause
Clapping
I'll get his
cheeks.
ass kicked out.
yeah. Well, if it's consensual, I mean sure.
Consensual cheek clapping.
Cheek clapping.
I consent to having you clap my cheeks.
Yeah, be better.
For your information, this. Oh, what the fuck
This
am I
is
saying?
All actors were 18 at the filming of this podcast.
Dude, clapping cheeks is something that like everybody says nowadays, but it's something I look back on and go, wow, that's really funny. Like just the term clap cheeks. Like everybody says it, so I don't laugh
Yeah,
at it
who
when I
would've
say
thought
it.
of that?
Yeah, but now looking back on it, I'm like, dude, this should be way more funny than it is now because everybody just says this. Everybody's just like, oh, I'm gonna get my cheeks
I
clapped.
remember I was one of the early adopters of that in high school, like back in like ninth
You
grade
were.
and shit.
Yeah. And then there's other derogatory terms like, dude, I'm about to get hammered. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
It's a hammer. You're making like a wood shop tool
Pound it.
into an alcoholic term.
But then there's like schmeagled. Like I say, I'm
What?
gonna get schmeagled a lot. Like what?
Yeah, what's that even mean, man?
I don't know. I don't
It's like,
know.
Who says
well,
that?
Schmeagol is like Gollum from like,
Yeah.
I guess,
Isn't it?
from
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, yeah. That's his name. So are you,
So I say I'm gonna get
you're
schmeaggled.
gonna
about to
turn
get
into
a ring or some
Gollum?
shit?
You're gonna like take off your shirt, you're gonna get like go around a cave and like hiss at people and eat like raw fish?
Dude, they come. When they come take
Is
my
that
food,
like
I'm like,
getting high on like bath salts or some shit?
Yeah, dude. Like,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
like
but-
that's the new level of
I had
fucked
no
up.
idea what that even meant, dude. You learn something new.
I just got educated, yeah.
This is gonna make it way better now.
Are we
And then like when people say you're gonna get murked, like what is
Oh,
like?
no,
you know,
Yeah, it's
like,
murder.
what does that
right?
mean? That is
What, he's
really
about to get murked, eh?
murked.
I think that's murdered.
Well, wait, Oh, mercenary. Like mercenary.
Yeah.
That's a shortening for mercenary. So I'm assuming that merc is just.
And mercenaries aren't they the people that just chase down people and they're like,
Yeah, they're basically like
Yeah, but they're like
prostitutes,
deadass.
but like killing people.
oh, I got you.
Yeah, but they're paid to do it, so they're really good at it. So
Yeah.
basically dead eyes. Let's go, Matt.
You
Attaboy.
gotta be a little extra.
Have y'all seen Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
Who's your favorite
I
character
like
from
that.
that?
I'd say probably the black guy. Or
Will Smith.
Will Smith, Deadshot, Deadshot.
Oh, the black guy.
I like the flaming dude. Is that Jake Gyllenhaal too?
I don't think so. I'll look it up real quick.
Because like he's tatted up or something like that. He's bald and all that, so like
Yeah.
you can't tell. It's either Jake. It's some actor that's like famous, but you can't really tell unless you look
yeah,
carefully.
and then there's Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's Margot
She-
Robbie.
She's in
Yeah,
third
Margot
place.
Yeah,
Apparently, she was like the standout of it.
she's getting her own movie for Harley Quinn. so,
Yeah, Birds of Prey.
yeah.
Isn't that already out?
Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah, that's already out.
But I don't like the mob boss Joker, so that turned me off. It's like
Yeah, Keith,
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah.
Oh, if you're gonna say Heath Ledger, I'm like,
No.
come on, man.
But like that's why I stopped myself. 'Cause I'm like, no, that's a good Joker. There's no way.
And Watch Mojo voted him as the best villain of the century or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Like Heath Ledger's Joker specifically.
Oh yeah.
And if it's Watch Mojo, I mean, it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, tell me if you knew that like half these people were in this. Margot Robbie. You know Pete Davidson was in that?
No. Who did he play as?
I don't know. Did you know John Cena was in that?
No. What?
Okay, I
Idris
think I
Elba?
remember John Cena.
Idris Elba.
Who the
Who's that?
Wait,
what the Nathan Fillion? Oh no.
Wrong movie.
Yeah, no. I think it was like a.
All right. What?
know.
I'm,
Okay,
gonna,
wait.
I'm gonna cut out this part.
John
That's
Cena, what?
26.
yeah, this must be the cast.
I think it was Jay Hernandez.
Jake, wait, who was that?
I think that was the Flame On dude. Flame On.
Ben Affleck. Didn't know he was in it.
He was in like one scene as Batman.
Yeah, he was Batman that like grabbed Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it was definitely Jay Hernandez, whom I have never heard of in my life.
All right. So I guess that's the cue to restart.
What?
I was just gonna cut that bit out. 'Cause, like,
Oh, yeah, they couldn't really hear us talking, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're kind of over here like, yeah, I don't know. And they're like, what
How much
the
time we got left?
let's see. We did 20 minutes before, and we're 28 minutes in. So we got like 20 more minutes to go.
Really?
It's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, that.
All right. So you ready? 3, 2. You got something to say?
What were we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about Suicide Squad. Let's just go on superheroes.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Dude, okay, I'll be honest. Like Suicide Squad, I think the individual characters could have been interesting.
Yeah.
Like I really like the caricature of the Crocodile Man who was black and he loved. That was Idris Elba.
That was. Oh, okay.
Oh, because he was black and he loved BET.
Oh, I can.
Yeah. Oh, that guy, I liked him. I just didn't get enough of him. And the flaming dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Flaming Dude could get like his own Netflix spinoff. Like
He
I'd be
could.
happy with that.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
just a
some
regular.
Daredevil type shit.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean, the Will Smith character.
oh, Deadshot. I
Yeah,
love
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
Yeah.
Deadshot was good.
Because he kind of had an arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He-
And then, well, I would say like he's kind of the main character in a way. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the only one with like other family members in it.
And he's the one that talks to Jai Courtney's character. No, not Jai Courtney.
Yeah. Like, I would say he's definitely the main character of that. Then Harley Quinn, like, obviously she got her own movie for it.
Yeah, but that's just because, I don't know, I feel like she was the only real female role for it. Because,
And like she played it well as like some crazy
yeah,
violent person.
I don't know how you could play it not well. Because basically you just have to think, oh, how do I act crazy? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you just gotta picture your worst ex-girlfriend on bath salts, and then there you go.
That's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's just like there's like, oh yeah, acting crazy, and then there's like I talked about before, the grim, dark, like actually like it's not in
Like
your
insane.
face. Yeah, it's not in your face. Like, oh, he's crazy. It's just like wow.
It's
like,
delirious. That's
yeah,
what it is.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker does that better than Heath
Yeah.
Ledger does, in my opinion. Like that's the grim,
Yeah.
dark part
Well,
of it.
he
Like,
definitely like plays it as mental illness. The other person's just like some sociopath. Like
Yeah,
in Joaquin
like
Phoenix, he's like
anarchism.
Yeah.
a mentally ill guy that you could feel for in a way.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between like Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker
Yeah.
and Jared Leto's Joker. Because Jared Leto's Joker is basically just, I'm crazy.
And then he's got
Yeah.
slick back hair, gold teeth, and like he's like a
Yeah,
mob,
he's like cutting
mafia
up
dude.
people. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a mafia boss, but like he's the whitest person ever.
Yeah.
And like he's not ripped in any way.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Yeah.
just kind of there.
See, it kind of reminds me of like in the comic book stuff. Like, there's officially like 3 Jokers in it. So there's like, I guess what's called like the Gold Age Joker, which is like the original one. So that's like the mob boss, which they were going for.
Yeah.
So that'd be like the Jared Leto, and then there's like the Silver Age one, where he's like some joking around guy that like played time into being funny. So that would be like the
Jack
Joker,
Nicholson?
yeah, or the
Or
Joaquin Phoenix one. And then there's the Bronze Age one, where he's just like an insane guy. So that'd be a Keith Ledger.
Yeah,
Okay.
they need to bring back some of the comic Batman stuff of like Joker dying and shit. There's like the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of other stuff. I mean, like I haven't actually read the comics, but just some of the little universes and stories they have between the Batman and the Joker in the comics are so cool.
I was watching a podcast of some guys that actually like they went in like deep of like the weird comic book universes because like you know New 52 for Marvel.
No.
No.
Oh, it's like I think it's like 5 or 10 years ago. They just up and restarted the whole Marvel chronology because like I don't know the Flash had the power to go back in time to save his mom, and then he found out that the person who killed his mom was like the anti-Flash or something like that. So now there's like a whole new universe, and that's the one where like Captain America was working undercover for Hydra and shit.
Oh wow.
So like and now there's like a new DC universe too, but like I don't know, there's just so much that comic books are like gone into nowadays.
Yeah, and I feel like to have one continuous, like, I guess, thing going on for like 60 plus years, like that's impossible. Like literally you would run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Like that's what The Simpsons has done basically.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
where they're repeating stuff.
And like I would rather have I mean I don't read comic books. I feel like I should, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to have a good 5-year run of this sick ass arc than
I
just
mean,
to
you
go
could
on.
even go it for 12 years and keep it good.
Yeah, But just as long as it's kept fresh, the minute something falls off, it should just be revamped.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen, like for the Marvel movies. Like they started 12 years ago. That's when the first Iron Man came out, 2008, right?
7, I think.
7?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
it's late 2000s, and like now it's 12 years later. And I would say they're still going strong in a way,
Yeah, I mean,
because like they're
yeah.
finally making Black Widow her own movie.
Oh yeah.
Through the gate, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, now that they've gone over like the main superheroes, I feel like Phase 4 and every other phase afterwards is not going to be
I feel like
as
they're
profitable.
go down.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like, I don't know.
I feel like that's changed because once like Infinity War came out, I would say that's when Marvel stuff became mainstream. Like, if you didn't watch Infinity War and know about like the Avengers, then you were kind of like the one that's weird in a way.
I'd say that was like, I think that point was at Captain America, the first one.
Where it went, well, I would say that's when it began to go mainstream, like
Yeah.
among guys, but like it didn't get into, or I would say actually,
What about Civil War?
yeah, Civil War, because that's when.
Oh, that was the big one, yeah.
Yeah, because that's when Tom Holland's Spider-Man came in there. And once they introduced Spider-Man, then like it basically broke, like where a lot of girls had like a crush on Tom Holland for that one,
Oh, yeah.
and like it broke into there. And then
right.
when I guess the first Infinity War came out, that's when like it started to go mainstream and like where it
Yeah.
became where everybody would know about it.
Yeah.
I would say like they have that now, and that's why they keep on doing like Spider-Man movies, and it's trying to keep on it.
Yeah, because honestly, I liked Homecoming. I think that was a good start for Spider-Man because it was local. It was kept in New York City, and it was like a small villain.
Yeah.
But I feel like Far From Home was just way too big a leap. I didn't like it.
I haven't seen either of them, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man.
No, dude. Honestly, it's okay. Like, if you spoil, I'm not the type that really is like on
Gets
about
all pissed
spoiling
off
it.
at
Yeah.
spoilers.
Oh no, I'm the opposite, man. I don't even watch trailers. 'Cause
Wow.
I can't go into a movie knowing something. Like you know the whole Han died thing. Like
Yeah.
in episode 7 when
Yeah.
everyone's spoiling Han's dead. Like that ruined that moment for me. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's why I just say stuff the night it comes out, and then you can't get that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a movie I'm really excited for, I'm gonna be like, yeah, don't tell me. But I mean, if it's for stuff like that I'm like, dude, I really got to see this. If I'm not like that, I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
Like, I really-
no, I understand.
So like you guys can say whatever you want about it, but like for me, the first Iron Man movie and Infinity War to me were probably my favorite Marvel movies. Winter Soldier was pretty good.
Yeah.
love Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is like, I guess among the more real Marvel fans, like it's definitely the top contender.
Because like I don't know how most people felt. I actually didn't expect it to be Bucky Barnes. Like I didn't expect that. Like I honestly didn't. Like for maybe most people are like, dude, I expect it. It's the movie that came right after a new villain comes up, like Bucky falls in the ice or whatever. Like come on. But I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't really think about it because Bucky to me wasn't a huge character in the first movie. Like, he
didn't-
died pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, that was the other movie in which Bucky Barnes appeared afterwards, like Civil War.
Yeah,
when
it was
next
because it was a
came
Captain
out.
America movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The first, I think the main 3 Iron Man movies, they're kind of weird to look at, honestly.
Yeah, because those ones were like before everything else.
Yeah.
Because like
Well-
Captain America won, like all 3 of those Iron Man movies, or the first 2 were before the Avengers, or were all 3 before the
Avengers was like
All 3 were
2012.
before.
All 3 of them were before, yeah. So it's like its own thing in a way.
I don't know.
No. I think
Because
the
Avengers is
first
2012, and they
Maybe
take like
it's-
what 2 years between each movie, something like that for
Yeah.
Iron Man at least.
And want to know something else that's crazy? What was it? The Hulk one with what's the one
Edward
guy
Norton?
from
Edward
like
Norton?
yeah, Edward Norton. Like he was supposed to be in the Avengers, but they switched him out for the other Hulk.
He would have been
Yeah.
good. Maybe.
No,
I think Edward Norton was a good Hulk for his own individual
Yeah,
movie.
that makes sense.
I don't
Yeah.
think he would have blended well with like
Yeah,
Chris Evans and
he
Mark
definitely
Ruffalo.
wouldn't.
No,
Mark Ruffalo is
Mark
more
Ruffalo is
chill.
much better.
No,
And like he makes what you think of as Hulk, or
Yeah.
at least Bruce Banner.
But him and oh, sorry, what were you saying?
No, go.
I was gonna say him and Scarlett Johansson's
was
like
weird.
romance was weird. Like I don't.
And didn't she also like flirt around with like Hawkeye? Or no, actually, Hawkeye like had a wife at the same time.
Yeah,
And
no.
before that-
In Endgame, they had to get like the Soul Stone or something.
Yeah.
So, and in order to get that, you had to.
one of them had to die. So
Yeah.
They were fighting each other to see who dies for like who. I was like, what's going on?
They were
right now?
both of them were trying to die because they both loved each other. Even
Yeah.
though one had a freaking one had a wife.
I don't
and
think it was
kids.
love. They're like
well,
brother and sister.
well, the reason
kind
why
of.
he didn't want to
basically.
live is because he felt bad about like murking all those fools in like Japan and shit.
Yeah,
He kind of went rogue and became like his own guy for like a little bit.
that would be a cool movie. I think it's like Ronin. was
Yeah,
his name?
Ronin. Yeah,
Yeah, I
there's
still
actually
need
like
that
two
one
Ronins.
movie.
There's like the Kree one from like Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there's that.
Oh yeah, have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
the
those
first
ones
one.
were good.
I've seen
The second
parts of
one
the
wasn't nearly as good.
But
Yeah.
like people, like I feel like people raved it up, but for me, it's the typical like, oh yeah, different personalities of people. There's
Yeah.
like the loudmouth. There was a loudmouth raccoon, the tough guy who like gets thrashed around
It's
by the
like
main villain.
formulaic in a way.
Yeah, like the main character, his love interest. Then the one creature that's like kind of strange, like Groot, basically, like
Yeah.
Groot.
Yeah.
He was kind of strange, didn't talk much, but he was like powerful, kind of. Ninjago was like that. There was like the
Exactly,
tough
Well,
guy,
it's-
the main
it's a
character,
typical formula. For
and
it.
that's why I didn't really care for
And
it.
then like for the second movies, it's like the first movie they set a formula, and then the second one they try and break it. Usually.
Yeah, with Kurt Russell's.
Yeah. And in the 80s, they just followed it word for word.
Yeah.
And they basically made a replica of the first movie. They just like mad libbed some stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the first movie I think was overhyped.
Yeah.
I mean, the soundtrack was obviously incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
that
cool.
definitely helped.
Wait, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like honestly, they were a good addition to Infinity War.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, yeah, having what's his name, having Quill or Star Lord, having
Yeah.
Star Lord like being face to face with Thanos, I think that was pretty cool.
No, I liked it.
Yeah. And then having like the Gamora and her sister, one where they're like Thanos' daughters.
Oh, that was
That's
weird
the
to
thing.
me. Because
How
I
they're
don't know,
like. I feel like they're just illustrating two different types of daddy issues.
Yeah.
Cause like the other one's like, I'm gonna kill you because my dad made me upset. The other one's like, oh, I gotta please my dad, so let's fight each other out.
Basically.
The
Oh, I
re
hate-
sets the mood for that. It really is.
Dude, yeah, anytime you say something crazy, it's just re. When did that start? I don't know.
It started online like a while ago, and then it got better with like the Rick and Morty thing,
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like, give me my Szechuan sauce, Ree!
God, that shit, the freaking Szechuan sauce.
And then also like at the same time, Matt, remember that was my ringtone for the longest time. Was like fucking normies, Ree! Ree!
Oh my god, and then cross country.
That went off in class. That was terrifying.
Oh my god.
Where's Ree? Ree!
Dear lord.
Oh, that's bad.
Luckily, I turned off the fucking normies part because he just yells that in the first place.
Fucking normies.
That would be a trip to the ISS.
Oh, that would, no doubt.
I feel like in some classes you could get away with it.
You might as well just do bad enough to go to OSS. If you're gonna like be out of school, like go to OSS because like you get to play on Chromebooks. Like nobody gives a fuck. And the food's
Wait, in OSS?
Yeah, I'm saying like if you're gonna go to ISS, you might as well just do something worse to go to OSS because then you have freedom and you're out of school anyways. So fuck.
Yeah. That's true. Like, you're not allowed to be in school.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, don't you get like
You go
sent
to
BOCES?
yeah, you go to BOCES, but like you get better food most of the time because like the culinary kids make it too.
Oh,
So like you get better food most of the time. Sometimes they order stuff out. I think that's what I heard, and you get to play on Chromebooks the whole time. Like everybody I know
That's
that have
dope.
gone there has told me that.
That's, yeah,
And then
that's
ISS, you don't get to do jack shit. You just do work. So you know.
You just sit there.
Yeah.
I mean, you also get to read. I'm pretty sure.
You
But
get to read? No, you have to read. I never feel like I get to read? Oh, bet. No, fuck that. I have to read.
No, I kind of want to talk about that. I know it's a little shift, but
No, it's all right.
like,
That's the point of this podcast. So we can just talk whatever the fuck we want.
yeah.
yeah, again, it's a callback. Take that, Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, the reading. Hello, welcome to this week's book club, and we are going to talk about the educational system. Nah, but what the fuck was that? You wanna take that?
Yeah, what
Go
was that?
ahead.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But the reading, like the public education system and how they try and make us read.
Yeah.
I think that's stupid. Because
I feel like what They should have continued with the AR points in a way, because like at least you're reading what you wanted to
No.
read.
No, that I'm compelling you away from me. Fuck that shit. That took the fun out of reading. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that. I got into a lot of good books because of it, but I never went out of my way to read the sequels after the AR was done. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it while I did it, but it's not something I'm gonna go out of my way to do.
Well, I would say over having to read a bunch of books in class, I'd choose that.
No, yeah, no.
Oh,
And
yeah.
With that too, like I was talking with one of my college professors, and he was like, "So what did your English teachers do?" And I was just like, "I mean, we read books and we analyzed books." And he was like, that's really stupid of them, because like, I don't know, that just takes fun out of it. Like literally,
Yeah.
I had a class about children's books, and now I'm reading children's books. Like I'm rereading Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Nice.
And I'm having so much more fun than freaking reading, I don't know,
Like
Great
Shakespeare.
Expectations.
Fuck Great Expectations.
Yeah, I never actually
Fuck
read
that and Jane Eyre. Lucky.
Yeah, I never read that either.
I only read Macbeth, and then freaking.
Okay, at least the Shakespeare shit was better than the Charles. Dickens
Shakespeare
shit.
shit's actually pretty. Like the Macbeth movie I watched in English,
Yeah, that
actually
was-
was kind of
Yeah.
good. Like,
And like if they shorten it to make it so they're not like reading a fucking paragraph, because like back then they didn't have any like
Yeah.
props, so they just had to like describe everything, make it like long as hell. Like if they just got rid of that, it would be baller to listen to.
that's why, and literally, I know I've mentioned it like 4 times, but The Witch is the closest to like Shakespeare shit that you'll find, because they think that like, oh, this person's a witch, so they're all like, oh, you know, pray, and like if they don't own up to it, like they think they're a fucking witch, and they speak Old English, so you're kind of like, what the fuck are they saying? Like, they start saying a bunch of shit.
Actually, it's Middle English. Old English we wouldn't be able to understand.
Whatever, Middle English.
Thank you. But no, my best experiences in an English class were freshman year at St. Francis. Like that was probably the best class ever, because I got to create my own superhero and basically create my own comic. And freshman year, I had to make a 10-page paper. That was fun. And as a freshman, I thought that was fun. And then we also we read we read Romeo and Juliet, and he didn't make us like do a book report on that. He made us act out some of the scene. He made us act out a monologue,
Lit.
and then we watched the the late '90s remake of it, where it's like,
Yeah, that's good.
have you seen that?
Well, not the late '90s
Oh.
remix, but that's better than what we had to do freshman English.
Yeah,
Romeo and Juliet.
think
You gotta
we-
watch Romeo and Juliet. He gets launched by the lawnmower and breaks. He just breaks it. He's like, shit, alright. Nah, but what was St. Francis like? You probably told me a long time ago, but like, what was your experience like there? Like,
Dun, 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 dun.
What?
It's a
Okay, no,
Duran Ranch.
In the past, I've said that it's like it was probably the worst experience of my life. But honestly, looking back on it, I probably would have had just as good a high school experience if I went there as I did here. I probably would have been like a little more depressed, but because like I don't want to wake up at 5:30 every day and shit,
Yeah, that sucks.
and then go to freaking meets up in Buffalo. But I don't know, the classes that I had, some of the teachers were better, some of them were worse than at Fredonia. Like I mean, at the end of the day, if I still went to St. Francis, I wouldn't have met Miss Merwin or Mr. freaking Newell or
Yeah.
Caserta.
you're better off not me. Oh, never mind. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Nah,
I forgot we can't use people's names in a negative context, or we shouldn't, so never mind.
yeah, but I feel like it was based on which I still think it is, because I feel like I would have gotten a worse education there as if I went to Fredonia. I'll be totally honest. It's not like too.
Yeah.
It's just a different type of school.
And like I feel like the reason why I wouldn't want to go in there is because like going into it, like I would have a bad mood about like the people there.
Oh yeah, no, the people there, I still remember some of I still remember the kids that I hate there. Like, it's been 3 years. I haven't seen their faces in 3 years, and I still hate, like, there are 3 specific guys that I hate. And like, I still remember that. I haven't even seen them.
Like,
And
what are
like
they all?
when you say that, like I guess the boys there were worse than people at Fredonia. Like your grade there was worse than the grade you had to experience here.
I wouldn't go that far. I would just say that,
Well, like the lows were lower.
Oh no, the lows at Fredoni were a lot lower. But the fact was they were so low that I could laugh at the lows. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well,
So they were lower, but they're like, because they're laughable, like you don't think about how bad it is so much? Is that,
Yeah.
is that what you're saying? I don't know.
and like they might not be dicks to you, but they're just like kind of degenerates in general.
Oh yeah, like they would bully kids at St. Francis and shit. Like there was one. It was in the year after me. I think this one kid was gay, and I think they just like dogged on him a lot. A lot.
Damn,
But
that would
yeah.
suck.
Nah, man, but
It's just a place where you would go if your parents had a lot of money, you had a couple friends going there in the first place, and you just wanted to go to a better place.
is that why you went there
No,
in the first
my
place?
parents made me.
They made you?
Yeah, because my two other brothers went there.
And was it just because you didn't like it that you came back?
Yeah,
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
and plus they
We'll be
saved
glad you did.
They saved $13,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you did, though, 'cause
Plus,
this
you
wouldn't
live
have
right
happened.
next to like the public school. Like you can literally, it's just
Exactly.
literally your backyard. You can just walk.
I don't have to worry about busing anything.
But I look back at your grade, like, and our Fredoni school. I'm not going to name specific names, obviously, but like, I'm just saying, like, in our school, and then I look at like me and Chris's class and your class, and like, I was talking to a kid, and this isn't going to be in any way negative, so, but like, it was Keith Piper, right? And like, I remember he said it best. I think it was cross country, and I was a freshman, he was a sophomore, and he goes, okay, here's how it is. So your guys' lows aren't as low as our lows, but your
Yeah,
highs
your highs
aren't as
aren't as
high as
high.
our highs. And I was like, wow. Like I look back on it, I'm like, that's
Yeah,
true.
I would say like we're more mid-range. Like,
Yeah.
and really in our grade, like there's only a couple annoying people that look down on other people, and like they're tolerable to exist around. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to be friends around them, and you wouldn't want to see them at school. But like they're not gonna ruin your day just by seeing them.
Yeah.
And
like
then-
we had
Yeah.
the Rat Pack, and then we had like
You-
Nico and Joel and all them.
Yeah.
Like they kind of defined our school. And then I think you guys, like you had like the 716 crew. But
Yeah.
I don't think that was as high as like the guys in our grade.
Nah,
no
man,
offense.
like Owen Nicosia. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
friends with him. He works at the gym, so we talk all the time when I've gone there. Mr. Connie too, our gym teacher. Like, he's like, yeah, that was my favorite senior class. And I look back on it, like the seniors in your class actually included like everybody in things, like from what I saw. And then at least this is my experience.
I would say they're generally like a lot better. Like I would say the bulk of like I guess the popular kids in that one, like morality was somewhat considerable in there. Like
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
least
when it
I-
comes to like
yeah, like the people
Interacting
that
with
were
other people.
decent
Yeah,
human
definitely.
beings like tended to get more recognition for being a decent human being. Where in our grade, like that is mostly thrown out the window.
Yeah, if you're
Like they-
popular, then they'll be like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" But like, there's times I didn't even like years ago. Like for me, socially, it got better and better every year. Like I got more friends.
Yeah,
but even back when I
same.
didn't have a ton of friends, they still would always be like, "Oh, like what's up? How you doing?"
Yeah.
Like just making conversation. Like no kids in our grade really do that much if you're not like popular. You know what I mean?
And like it definitely feels more like a close group in our grade.
what do you mean a close group? Oh,
Well, like in inner circle stuff, like where
Yeah.
that close group, like they would sit down and eat dinner together, but it would just be like 30 people eating dinner, and there's still 70 other people.
yeah, no, I get that. Oh my god.
So it's not really like an existing thing.
So you're saying like they would just stay within their own like
Yeah.
30 people and not like you know.
Like it's just one big, I guess it's one medium-sized friend group, where it's not the whole grade is like integrated together
Yeah.
or something.
And people just decided that one day they were popular kids, but like, why can't we be? Like, we have a lot of friends.
Well,
But,
I feel like
popular is a weird term.
yeah, I feel like
they don't use
I
it
feel like
correctly though.
typical popular people, like that got thrown out in the 90s. Like
Yeah.
there is no defined
2000s.
jock anymore. Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like there's no jock cheerleader thing. Like it
Oh,
basi-
at our school, it's like the opposite. Like if you, I've heard from other people's schools too. It's like the cheerleaders are the people, like they're the opposite of what they were.
Oh, the cheerleaders flipped. Like the cheerleaders are basically a bunch of like girls that got rejected from the dance thing.
Yeah, and then
And
it's
I
like
get
the girls
gross.
that don't do a whole lot that are the popular ones now.
Yeah.
Pop,
Oh, that.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and that's what you're saying. It's a weird term. People made it weird, but the real term is if something's popular, a lot of people like it. Or most people like it. That's the real term. Like,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that aren't popular, but they're popular. They're likable people. A lot of people like them. They have a lot of friends,
they're just
but they're
chill.
not popular. They're not the quote
Well,
unquote term. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not in the inner circle for that.
Yeah, but you don't even have to be that, you know what I mean? At least that's how it should be, but of course, like you're saying, it's weird now. People made it weird, like it's not, it doesn't mean what it should mean.
I'm not saying it doesn't mean what it should mean. I'm just saying it means something totally different than it did.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
We've just recontextualized it.
Yeah. I would say that whole notion has been like flipped on its head entirely, especially like since cell phones came out.
With like 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
I had like,
Oh my god,
that was like the green kids be the most popular.
that was the he's like this is like
just like tried to bully them.
yeah, he's like I don't care about anything. He's like, not even the environment. That's kind of fucked up, dude. And he's like, he looks at him and he's like, smells like egg rolls. He's like, yeah, it runs on fried oil from something Palace or whatever. He's like, yeah, and like they're vibing. And I'm like, it was not what's his name Schmidt. His name's Schmidt in the movie.
Yeah.
God.
Like the Channing Tatum was best friends with like the chemistry club or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
He's like, what's the password? And he just barges it. He's like, oh, jeez. And like, I don't know. It was fucking.
That kind of. It doesn't perfectly sum up what high school is now, but
I mean,
think
obviously
a
it's
better
different by
representation.
regionals, but yeah.
Yeah. No. High school in Ohio is like way more different than high school where we come from.
Especially in like high school, like down south in like California, like it's really by region.
Wait, what's different about it?
Well, I guess like down south, because they're more like city stuff. Like in California, your class size is like 2,000, so there's no way you can know everybody in it.
Yeah.
So like it's basically like you're never gonna get to see your entire class. So that's like thrown out the windows, and then like it's tiered into different stuff. And then also like I would say people are more open about like partying stuff. Like in here there'd be like 3 parties, I guess 3 main parties a year, but in their one, like for high schoolers, it's like every other week because it's like in the city. So like it's a different one. So like people can like date around more, where it's like the possible to like date multiple people in your grade. Whereas where I guess here it's like you 3
If
or
you
4
date
people,
3 or more people,
and then
you're a
it's not really more that like you're a whore. It's just that these are the people that you do well with, and you've already exhausted those options. So there's nobody else that fits you.
I was just speaking more along the lines of like I've got a couple friends that had come from Ohio because BG.
Yeah.
And like I was on a car ride with one of them, and we were listening to like George Strait, I think, and it was a song about like the last high school football game and all that, and he was talking about like, man, this song just hits different because like sports in Ohio is just so much more than here. Like my friend, he didn't even go to states, and he would have had the fastest 400 time on our team by like he would have been faster than Diego.
Wow.
And he didn't. No, he would have been faster than Oliver.
Oliver's than
Oliver.
yeah,
He would have been
yeah.
faster than him, and he didn't even like.
Would he even beat like Raven? Or probably
I think he would have been on pace with Raven, but
Like
I
in
don't
the
think he
same
wouldn't
heat.
have even gone to like. Oh no, he was like the 3rd fastest on his team, and he went to a small school. Like athletics in like Ohio and Florida and Cali, it's just different than here.
I'd
where
say
it's
for
like,
most ones, but like
Yeah.
still for cross country, New York is still the best state. Like
because we got New York City, we got like Burnt Hills and all that.
yeah.
I would have thought a place like Oregon would be because that's like the best in like the nation.
Well, it's like Oregon and Washington, like that area.
Yeah,
is
because they have
also
like
really
Nike near them, and they get
Yeah.
sponsors and shit.
And then like that's generally like I guess in the athletic area, like those are pretty wealthy, well-to-do, affluent like places to be.
Yeah.
So they're thriving. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
like I feel like if you're in high school, like for me personally, like not you don't gotta, but I say gotta as in like you really should, like just do sports. Like anybody that comes up, like I feel like
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to. like,
Yeah.
I'm forcing my kid to do at least one music-related thing and one sport.
at least try it. Yeah, at least
Yeah.
get them to try it.
Yeah. And I mean, like in high school sports anymore, like there's no tryouts. Like you're just on the team.
Basically, that
Like that's our area.
I think some do, like basketball. You gotta try out.
Yeah.
well, in our area, in Fredonia, I don't think he cut anybody 2 years ago.
No, maybe you're right. I don't know.
Like, if they're gonna make cuts, it's gonna
Well-
be very little.
Yeah. I feel like soccer was the same way because they actually cut people for modified.
And I think part of that also goes into like we had just the right amount of people in our school to have
Yeah.
like 15 people try out for basketball. Like they knew they were the basketball team, so they tried out for that.
Yeah.
And then we were the cross country kids, so we just naturally did cross country. I feel like
Like
that's
it's kind of a equal thing. But even our cross country team, like it had a
yeah.
Like,
I kind of like that. Like I like that it was like a smaller, like, you know what I mean? I mean,
Oh,
there
I
were,
would love if we had a smaller team when I was there.
yeah. I mean,
well, for cross country.
I'd be
Yeah.
cool with like, I'd be cool with like 8 or 9 kids. Like even if it was like just even just 7, even just like the minimum of like a varsity team would be good for me.
That would be if we all knew each other and it was just like us 3 and then 4 or 5 other guys.
Yeah, think about it. Like Diego, think about Diego, and then who else do we like?
Well,
That would
the
be-
reason why it feels like it's so much like this year, there's only 14 guys really.
Yeah.
that we know.
Yeah, but it's because it was combined with the girls' team, so like that was like 28 people, or like that's like 25 people, and that feels like a lot.
It does.
So because it's co-ed, like that's why it feels so massive.
Yeah.
No, but still, like I think my junior and senior years, I wasn't necessarily as close with a lot of them as I think I could have.
Yeah.
Like I was close with you guys because Walmart game. We just
Yeah.
Yeah.
did stuff outside of it. But I don't know, with a lot of like the younger guys when I was junior, senior, I didn't really get to know them all that well.
I get
And
that.
so I just looked at them as parts of a team and just caricatures instead
Yeah.
of real people.
Yeah, it's hard not to. I mean, when I was a freshman, when we were freshmen, we were close with a lot of the upperclassmen. At least I don't know if you were, and it might have been different.
I'd say it was my sophomore year.
Your sophomore
Yeah,
year.
because he was on varsity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like fifth.
So, but there's something about being on varsity, man. That's just so much different to me. Like me, you guys don't. You've been on it for 3 years, right? You've been on it for 4 years.
2.5.
2.5.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, 2.5 years. So okay, that's only like a little bit more than I
So
have,
2.5.
which I'm surprised. I thought it'd be like 4 years for you. Freshman year, you were
Well-
on it in St. Francis, right?
No.
No?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, St. Francis is kind of good.
Yeah. So like, there's something about it that's just different. Like it was because before when I'm running middle school or something, it's finish the race, you got it.
Yeah.
But like when we're coming in here and like you guys were like my close friends on the team.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? So like and in general, like once Walmart gang took off and all that.
Yeah.
So like, and I respected like AJ and all the other guys that were on there. So like the fact that we were all running towards like actually beating teams, and she would actually tell me you have to beat this person. Like I actually felt important, and I was with my friends. I was with people that I love being around.
Yeah.
So
And I
it's
would
such a
say once you get in
different
the part where you matter, then you like improve a lot more because like you see a concrate difference in it.
Wish I saw that improvement. Man, that would have been amazing.
That's a testament to how bad our team was. You stayed the same for 4 years. You only got your position only upped. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
God.
but kind of along with that, like 7 or 8 people, like us 3, Diego, because we need someone who's good.
Yeah.
And then like AJ, I liked LaDraith when he was like when he was with us. I kind of liked him.
Yeah.
When he got maybe it was just me and him feuding because he beat me, and then he was like, "Ha, I beat you." I was like, "Dude,
he gets
I'm
cocky
sending you-
like that, but that's why you gotta keep him like in his
Yeah, I feel like
place.
around
in
you
the way.
guys, he was
Yeah.
better than he was around other people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's like 6.
Yeah.
And then we gotta have like Zach Pasquale, Alex Payne.
Dude,
the
okay,
JV squad.
no offense to LaDraith, but we got to get those 2 guys on there, both of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, LaDraith, I like you, you're a good guy, but like, dude, Pasquale and Payne are fucking legends.
Yeah.
I love those guys. So yeah, those guys, that squad, dude, I would make it to every practice. I still was anyway. So imagine that
Yeah.
squad. I'd be going every day. Like, I'd wake up at 5 a.m.
I
just
would
to
stay
like,
after to hang
dude,
out.
I would stay after just to hang out with everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably the difference between like us and Faulkner, because like after this,
Yeah.
because like, yeah, I think they hang out a lot and they're like.
Oh, they
really close
definitely do.
friends.
Like you can see on their Snapchat stories that they're
Yeah,
chilling together.
and then we're just like we're kind of a
And-
weird middle.
Yeah, and I feel like that's because I guess in our group it tries to be 2 things. Like there's the coaches, I guess the people that are this is why the
The leaders,
disenfranchised franchise one, like the people
Yeah.
the coaches like, which are like more goody two shoes and like our friends of like, or I guess our Fredonia families that have been there for like generations, so they know people and like they're going off of there as traditions or like
Yeah.
they're basically I guess the foundation of what it is. And
And
then
then
there's more of the other people, the bros that like hung out, and it's like a feud between them kind of. But like those people would do their own things, and then the other people would do their own things, and we're like instead of like everybody doing the same thing. In a way.
We're the only 3 that I think hang out really.
Yeah, it's
Like outside of it, like, you know what I mean?
because I mean at my house like 3 times we had people from cross country over.
Yeah, we've had get-togethers, but like I think there might be a couple people that like hang
Yeah.
out, but that's only because they got the other person to join the team finally. So they got on there, and then it's kind of like their own thing. But like it's not. Yeah,
We're just
like you said.
natural.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just like
We're like the natural spawn from that.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we're probably way over time now.
oh yeah, no, we're gonna have to make some.
Yeah,
fun cuts.
I'm gonna cut this. Yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for listening to this episode. Have a great rest of your summer. We'll be back, obviously.
Yeah.
But
obviously.
ya yi, bada bing, bada beam. Peace.